Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga, chapter 18, verse 42. Bhagwan Krishna in the last verse said, the duties of a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra, they are all based on Swabhava or his own nature. What I understand is, Bhagwan Krishna is saying, the duties are not allotted by him to each and every individual in this universe. It is chosen by the individuals themselves based on their mind and intellect equipment. To which category one belongs depends on his mental equipment. Someone says, I am not alerting it. Your own Subhava, you are choosing it. You correct yourself. That is my understanding. Verse 42. Shamodamas shaucham shantirarjavameva cha jnanam vijnanamatikyam brahma karma swabhavajam. Arey, yeah, you are saying Brahmana is best, Brahmana is a good. What is the mind intellect equipment of a Brahmana? I want to become a Brahmana. To whichever category I belong. Even a Brahmin category now has to become a Brahmana according to me. Because that is what Bhagwan says, your mind intellect equipment. So how to become a Brahmana? Whichever category you belong. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says in the vision of Gita, Gita Shastra, everyone should become a Brahmana by quality. Intention is not to define the karma, but help a person to mature himself. Everyone should become a Brahmana by doing his or her karma with proper attitude. Whatever karma is given to you by birth, that is good enough to make you mature. If you want money, if you want power, then you have to change your karma. But if you want maturity, you need not change your profession in order to mature. For maturity, the development is internal and not external. The method given by Shruti or Vedas is effective universally. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, whatever you are called upon to do, you do it with proper attitude. Offer the results to Ishvara for Antakarana Shuddhi. Important saying, so I repeat. Whatever you are called upon to do, whatever is your present thing, whatever you are doing now, you do it with proper attitude. Surrender the results to Ishvara for Antakarana Shuddhi. This is Karma Yoga. The one who practices this is a Karma Yogi. Whoever practices Karma Yoga, he will 100% mature because his likes and dislikes, Raga Dvesha, will come under his control. He will become a Brahmana by disposition. How to accomplish this? What are the things I have to do? I have to concentrate to become a Brahmana. Including, I said in the beginning itself, this is applicable including for a Brahmana who thinks he is a Brahmana. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says in this verse, Brahma Karma means that which belongs to a Brahmana, that which makes one a Brahmana. So Bhagwan says, already Bhagwan has explained, chapter 16, verse 1, 2 and 3, they are the main, already it has been said. Please go and hear whatever I have given Kanchi Paramacharya's views, Swami Dayananda Saraswati, Swami Chinmayananda's views. So Bhagwan is saying, what are the qualities necessary to become a Brahmin? Shamo damastabas shaucham. Shama is mastery over the ways of one's thinking. Do you have control over your thinking? Ask this question to yourself. You want to think one thing, mind will think on other. If I sit in Sandhya Vandana and do Gayatri Japa, mind is thinking on what happened to my case. Or I forgot this. Something else it thinks. When I go to the market and buy something, mind thinks I should do Gayatri Japa. I have no control. Thinking there is absolutely no control. So mastery over the ways of one's thinking is Shama. One has to get control over the thinking or understanding so that he does not get carried away by any particular emotion or fancy. If one has control over the ways of his thinking, then he has Shama. If you tell the mind, you should think only this, nothing else, mind should think on that. If you can do that, you have Shama. It is not elimination of process of thinking. That is impossible. That is not possible. Thinking goes on the moment you get up from bed till the time you retire. N number of thoughts come and go. But if one does not identify with the thought, he can choose to act or not. Then he enjoys Shama. When one practices this and attains that quality, you can say that person has got Shama. That is one of the qualities. This itself will make us think whether you have control over thinking. So Shama, first quality of a Brahmana. Then Dhamma. Shama and Dhamma always go together. Again, I have already explained in chapter 16, verse 1, 2, 3. So Dhamma is restraint over the impulses arising out of those thoughts. So Shama and Dhamma, it goes together. Already I said in chapter 16, verse 1, 2, 3, Kanchi Paramacharya says, even if one is said, the other is also included in it. So, third one is tapas. Tapas is religious discipline with reference to body, speech, etc. Shaucham. Shaucham is not external but also internal. Cleanliness. Internal cleanliness is neutralizing hatred and other painful emotions by bringing the opposite value or emotion to the mind. Just like body has to be cleaned every day, mind also needs to be cleaned every day. Unfortunately, mind gathers more dust than the body. At least you can sit in a car and go. But mind is totally dirty. It thinks n number of things. So you have to clean your mind every day. I am not saying. Swami Dayananda Saraswati is saying. And it cannot be disputed. My mind is worst mind. It has to be cleaned. One cannot take cleanliness for granted. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, try to understand the other person. Do not try to change or control the other person. You don't say, my view is correct. He is absolutely wrong. Generally, we want the whole world to behave according to our own criteria. But if we analyze that criteria, we will understand that only we have to change. Like you think, the way you think, your view is the only right view. Others equally have the right to think that their view is the right view. If you want to have peace, let the people as they are. If you do not want peace, then worry about others. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says. Because you cannot change the other person. Impossible. When you are not able to change yourself, how do you expect the other person to change? Impossible. That is what Swami Vivekananda also said. Correct yourself. The world will correct itself. Then Arjava. Arjava is straightforwardness. It means alignment between thought, word, and deed. All that one thinks need not be told. Whatever you straightforward doesn't mean you go and tell before somebody, hey, you idiot, you come here. Because you think he's an idiot. Or you say something else. You look ugly. You don't say. You think that way. But don't express it. What is told must be true to what one thinks. But whatever you think need not be told. That is not the thing which he is saying. What you do is exactly what you said you would. That is also necessary. Straightforwardness. So whatever you think need not be said. But what you are saying must be, there must be alignment between thought, word, and deed. That is important. Then Jnana and Vijnana. Swami Dayananda Saraswati has made this into two parts. One is Jnana and Vijnana with reference to Dharma. Another is Jnana and Vijnana with reference to Atma. One is with reference to Dharma and the other is with reference to Atma. Jnana and Vijnana with reference to Dharma. Jnana is knowledge of what is right or wrong by studying the Shastras or Vedas. That is dharmic knowledge you must have. One must have dharmic knowledge. That is why Vedas. Vedas completely Dharma. Ramayana completely Dharma. Mahabharata completely Dharma. No one can dispute unless he is an extreme fool. Then you don't have to discuss with him. Every sentence is a Dharma. If you understand the stories, whatever is there in Vedas has been translated like the medicine which is given by for a child in a syrup form with sugar syrup. Same way Ramayana and Mahabharata. Complete Dharma. But mere knowledge is not enough. I know Dharma, if you say, that is not enough. What is the use? In Tamil, the saying is, Yettu churakkai karikku udava. That is, whatever you gain by reading the books, that alone will not help. Why? Unless you practice it. Vijnana is assimilated knowledge. Any assimilated knowledge is not separate from you. It does not cause any conflict. Thiruvalluvar beautifully says this. These are my additions. Swami Dayananda Saraswati has not said this. The Tamil sayings, I am bringing it here. Thiruvalluvar says this. Karka kasadara karpavai katrapin nirka adarkittaha. Wonderfully said. Karka, read. Kasadara, without read, without leaving anything, without any doubt, clearly understand it. Karpave, whatever you read it completely, without any doubt, clear understanding must be there. Katrapin, then he says, don't stop there. Katrapin, Nirka adarkitaha. Stand by that knowledge. I know dharma is not enough. Arjuna knows dharma. He, when it comes to fight, he wants to run away from dharma. Nirka adarkitaha. You have to protect dharma, your duty. So, Thiruvalluvar says, Karka kasadara karpavai. Katrapin nirka adarkitaha. The common example I can give is everywhere we read no corruption. No, I am a government officer. I read the rule book, no corruption. I throw the book and then go and take money. What is the use of reading that book? Absolute waste. So get the knowledge, but then don't stop there. Stand by it. If you read and understand the dharmas and do opposite of what you have read, what is the use? Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, even if you assimilate the value, there can be a residual habit that is contradictory to the value. It is easy to break that habit. Otherwise, value creates a conflict when the behavior contradicts that knowledge. So there is a contradiction between the value and your behavior. So we are all intelligent. So we will say, why not dismiss the value itself and avoid the conflict? That will be the question. Because I have a value, there is a behavioral conflict with that value. If I dismiss the value itself, then where is the conflict? Swami Dayananda Saraswati, he has given some examples. I am just omitting it. Swami Dayananda Saraswati answers by saying, there is a common value which extends to all living beings. It is a part of the universally appreciated value structure. Our behavioral expressions of a value may be different, but the value itself, if you take the dharma, that is one, single. Anything that goes against that value, it is adharma. Hence, if it is not assimilated value, there will be a conflict. That is jnana and vijnana with reference to dharma. Then what is jnana and vijnana with reference to atma? With reference to atma, Swami Dayananda Saraswati has given a detailed explanation of this. I am not going to give full. I am just taking bits and pieces. So if it is not cogent and if it is not understandable to the one who hears this, very minimum persons are hearing it written. I am giving it because I am interested. I don't see it. Nobody sits before me and hears. They will run away. I am giving it for my interest. So I have read it. But the thing is, I want to give it in brief. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says that in modern times, there are some who claim to be Vedantists. That is, they know Veda. I know Veda. Many people are there. They say, first you should gain indirect knowledge of Atma from the Shruti, and then you should realize the Atma. That is their point of view. I repeat, their point of view is, first you should gain indirect knowledge of Atma from reading the Vedas and other books. Then you should realize. So, two steps they are saying. Swamiji says, Shruti does not say that you have to realize Brahman, but it says you are Brahman. There is a huge difference. Carefully we have to know. Shruti does not say you have to realize Brahman. It says you are Brahman. Tat Tvam Asi. So, how to achieve this? If you have a doubt, I am Brahman. If somebody says, immediately I have a doubt, you are the God. Then what is this nonsense you are saying? Opposite view also is there. Either you have a doubt or you have an opposite knowledge. That is Viparita Jnana, Viparita Bhava. It has to be taken care of by analysis, that is manana. If there is habitual error that makes me to think that myself to be other than Brahman, in spite of the clear knowledge, it has to be removed by contemplation. That is nididhyasana. First manana. Second is nididhyasana. This will make the knowledge clear and free of doubt, vagueness, etc. Such a clear knowledge is vijnana. This is the distinction between jnana and vijnana with reference to Atma. As a Brahmana, one has to do everything to gain that knowledge and convert that knowledge to vijnana. Everything you have to do to gain that knowledge. This may involve going to a guru or a teacher. Sit with him, spend time in study, and do whatever has to be done to gain that clear knowledge. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, knowledge will not just descend from heaven. There are certain things that have to be done to gain that knowledge. I repeat this. Knowledge will not just descend from heaven. It will not come to you. Nobody will, when you get up, it, it will not be given. There are certain things that you have to do to gain that knowledge. That is how he completes this jnana and vijnana with reference to Atma. So, balance we will see tomorrow. Verse 42 again. Shamodamastaba shaucham shantirarjavameva cha jnanam vijnanamatikyam brahma karma swabhavajam. So the continuation of this and Swami Chinmayananda's views we will see tomorrow. Hari Om Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Narayan 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 Narayan